Hello and welcome to beautiful Newmarket, Virginia. I'm Andrew Kipps, the Rebels General Manager, and I will also be your YouTube play-by-play voice of the Rebels for the 2026 season. I'll be joined by my partner, Jack Hurlbert, in just a few moments. It's our hope that we'll experience this summer together and be able to connect with you all in the chat and truly convey the old school vibes and community involvement that help make Rebel baseball special. If you're not familiar with Newmarket, we're a small town of just over 2,000 people. We're located about a 2-hour drive southwest of our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. Baseball has strong roots in our town, with reports of games being played at this site all the way back into the 1800s. The Rebels, as an organization, were formally established and began play at Rebel Park in 1923, making this our 103rd year of Rebels baseball. 1947, the Rebels took what is more or less our current form, becoming a community-owned, nonprofit organization. Look forward to sharing more about our history, including our past players, as the season progresses. For now, let's talk about your 2026 Newmarket Rebels, who we're very excited to welcome to town. The Rebels will be led by fourth-year head coach Charlie Shepard. He's joined on his coaching staff by two newcomers, hitting coach Ty Martin and pitching coach Mark Davis. Coach Martin is currently an exercise science professor at Belhaven University. Prior to that, he played 3 years in the minor leagues for the Texas Rangers. He has numerous years of experience coaching at various levels. Coach Davis, who will serve as the pitching coach this year in conjunction with Charlie Shepard, who is also a pitching coach, is also a newcomer to Newmarket, a former professional player, and has more than 25 years of coaching experience across multiple levels of baseball. If you're interested in hearing more about our coaching staff, feel free to check out their bios on our website, newmarketrebels.com. The Rebels opened the season last night with a 6-5 win over our county rivals, the Woodstock River Bandits. Ben McIntyre picked up the win in relief. Caleb Short picked up the save. Eric Torres led the Rebels at the plate. 2 hits, but perhaps the most important hit of the night came in the 9th inning off the bat of Rebels left fielder Matt Murchison. Triple in right field corner. Ultimately ended up scoring the game-winning run. I'm going to kick things over to my partner, Jack. Welcome. First time on the broadcast with the Newmarket Rebels, and he's going to give you the lineup for the visit Strasburg Express.
Thank you, Andrew. Very happy to be here and excited to kick off this season. This is going to be a great test for the Newmarket Rebels, walking right into the fire with the defending and boasting champions of last season's Valley Baseball League. Leading off for the Strasburg Express, Braden Knapp. He's an outfielder from Centerville, Virginia, followed by Tyler June, the utility man from Manning, South Carolina, in the 2-hole. Sam Brown, the infielder from Waverly Hill, Georgia. The third baseman will be in the 3-hole, and batting cleanup for the Express will be Eddie Castillo, the outfielder from Tallahassee, Florida. In the 5th hole, the infielder from Forest City, North Carolina, Marshall McGowan. And then there's Becky Brewer, followed by Caden Haywood and J.W. Kohlmeyer. Finally, Michael Poltar will round out the lineup for the Strasburg Express, the catcher from Charlestown, West Virginia.
Not too far away, just a little bit down 80, up 81, and then cross on 7. Got the umpires coming out, both head coaches, Charlie Shepard and Phil Betterly, meeting the umpires at home plate. While they're doing that, we will quickly give you the starting lineup for the Newmarket Rebels in their home opener tonight. Leading off, playing center field from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Zach Banks. Batting second, playing second, a 3-time Newmarket Rebel, Jonathan Mallow from Potomac State. Batting third, playing left field, number 17, Matt Murchison coming to the Rebels out of UNC Wilmington. Batting fourth, playing third base, David Pena. Batting fifth, making his Rebels debut tonight, for 25, Joe Terranova. Batting sixth, playing first base tonight, from Goldie Beacom College, two-time Rebel Matthew Murphy. Batting seventh, playing shortstop out of Pensacola State, Maddox Land. Batting eighth and doing the catching tonight, Mario Lopez Jr. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Tyler Martin. And on the mound for the Rebels, out of St. John's River in Florida, number 22, David Treadwell. That is first Rebel lineup here at Rebel Park for the 2026. We're going to take a quick break from chatting with you here. I'm sure you'll pick up over the and it's a little bit challenging with our position to talk when there are announcements going on the field. We're about to have our national AC Hawkins and player introduction from Rebel Vice President Jared Thompson. We're going to leave it live for you here. Watch the Rebels. Very first. All right. We've got President Mike Jones out on the field for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. That's the J.D. Faley, the Director of Public Works for the town of Newmarket. While they're doing that, we're going to reset the Rebels for you defensively. Go left to right across the outfield. We've got Murchison, Banks, and Terranova. At third base, David Pena. Shortstop, Maddox Land. Second base, John Mallow. First base, Matthew Murphy. Behind the plate, Mario Lopez Jr. On the mound, all righty, David Treadwell. Got anything for us on Treadwell, Jack?
I definitely do. He's perfect game. 228th best right-handed pitcher in Florida for the class of 2025. Look at his arsenal. He's an 85, mid-80s fastball pitcher, a 76-mile-per-hour curveball, and 78-mile-per-hour slider. He all logged these in perfect game tournaments. Keep an eye out for those arsenals and just be ready for a good pitching showdown tonight.
Yeah, Treadwell's teammate from St. John's River started for the Rebels last night, Gabe Barker. Wasn't super stretched out, so only went 3 innings to start for the Rebels, but was very effective early. Got a little bit tired late, had a little bit of struggle with command there in the 4th inning. I think ultimately around 2 runs, only 1 earned. Curious to see. I know some of those perfect game numbers are from a year or so ago, so maybe we got a little bit of added velocity after a year in the college weight room. We're excited to see Treadwell out there for the Rebels.
15 appearances and a 10.08 ERA on this season at St. John's River for the young man. Let's see if he can focus up here on this campaign, maybe get a couple more appearances, a couple more reps, so he can up those numbers at St. John's next season.
I remember correctly, I think he had a couple bad outings that really skewed those numbers in one direction, where he's also had some quite effective outings. So I'm expecting good things from David here through the summer of 26 with the Rebels. Lopez fires it down to second base and about ready to start our home season here in Newmarket. Braden Knapp leading off for the Express. Treadwell wasting no time, rocks and fires, but just fouled away.
2 hits on 3 at-bats yesterday against Winchester for Knapp. See if he can keep those numbers. Good pitch there to paint the corner.
Give a shout out to the 3rd member of our team, Brandon Whitaker. He's running the producer side of things for us. He's switching your camera angles and that happen behind the scenes. Treadwell now at 1-2 now. Just outside.
Treadwell really working that outside corner, looking to get Knapp going down, out and low, get a couple swings.
2-2, grounded over towards first. Murphy's up with it, pitches it to Treadwell, who's over in time. That will be a 3-1 putout for the first out of the game.
Yeah, just good fundamental baseball. Get it to the pitcher who covers for first, and just situation baseball.
I'll bring up left fielder Tyler June out of Florida Southwestern.
0 for 5 yesterday against Winchester.
If I'm not mistaken, Florida Southwestern, coached by head coach Zach Cole, led the Rebels to the 2018 Valley League Championship. That one's lifted to deep right center. Banks is back at the wall, and he's watching it sail over the wall. Good way to break out of that 0 for 5 start to the season.
Exactly. And that thing was out of here in a hurry.
Yeah, June, pretty much a no-doubt shot to right center field here at Rebel Park. If you're not familiar with Rebel Park, it is 322 down both the left and right field lines, 45 in the right center gap, 367 to dead center, goes way out to 381 in left field, or left center field by the score. Gonna bring up Sam Brown. Off-speed pitch for a ball. Fastball. Called strike.
A 331 hitter for Gulf Coast State for the Commodores.
Breaking ball in for a called strike. Trying to cheat and look. That pitch coming through accurately all tonight. That's a new feature this season. Might take a little bit of fine tuning. Get our guns pointed at the right spot. On Brown, fouled back into the screen. Another improvement at Rebel Park this season. If you watched games with us last year, new padding behind home plate. Used to be a very hard backstop, and you could balls bounce all the way back to the pitcher off the backstop if they got through. Treadwell's 2-2, misses down and in. Full count. Payoff pitch. Lifted well foul down the right field line.
Might have gone back to Harrisonburg.
That was a long foul ball. If you haven't visited us here at Rebel Park, we have about 60 feet between our right field line and the boundary of a neighborhood or some yards over there. So balls pretty quickly get out of play, and houses might have been in danger on that one.
Interesting seeing the way Sam Brown holds his bat. He holds it really low, and you'd think that that would limit the amount of home runs, but 2026 he hit 13 for the Commodores. That there.
It's that one hard into right center field. That's going to be extra bases up against the wall. Trotting into second. The hard hit double.
Little miscommunication there between Banks and Terra Nova, deciding who's going to pick it up and heave it back over to the cutoff man. Took a quick little split second.
All these players, of course, adjusting to new teammates, new bats, new location. First couple games, always trying to iron things out, make adjustments, gel as a team. Been hearing good things. Does indeed stay Strasburg instead of Strasburg on our scoreboard. Sorry about that. Probably get that fixed real quick between innings. While we've got Eddie Castillo at the plate, and he took the first pitch for a ball. Pitch missed outside. Mallow trying to keep the runner close over second. Darting back and forth. Another thing to note about Rebel Park, the sun does set directly behind home plate. Really tough for the right side of the infield, especially first inning or two. Definitely we'll see players out there with sunglasses. Like, it's pretty common that a player has to have sunglasses run out to them after they run out without them. 3-0 pitch is up high for a ball. Gonna put Castillo on first and bring out Marshall McCowan.
McGowan, perfect games, 5th best first baseman in class 2025, excuse me, Carolina.
Good baseball state.
Good.
Feels like those ratings always mean a lot more in states like Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, the warm weather states where baseball kind of runs in people's bloods. A lot of concern for the runner out there at second. Well, delivers a strike.
That's a good pitch. Fastball low down in that outside corner. Painting that earlier on. That being Nap.
Got time called at the plate.
Thought it was a balk first.
Had a balk last night at Woodstock for a Rebel pitcher. Back to big breaking ball, stays up and in. Started out with a little bit more sparse of a crowd than I would have expected for opening night, but it's really filling in pretty quickly. Coming into the ballpark. That one's lifted down the right field line. If it stays fair, it's trouble. Drifts just foul. Probably landed to or right of the line down there. Rebel Park has aluminum bleachers just out of view to your left and right on the screen, and a reserve seating section directly behind home plate with stadium-style seating. Also a large contingent of fans out in left field, kind of in the tailgate zone. A lot of young families to hang out there. Kids can play ball. Parents can sit and watch the game in peace. Find a lot of our host families tend to be out. 2-2 pitch misses side.